When it comes to losing weight, one of the most common questions people ask is, how much exercise do you really need? You've probably heard different answers. Some say you need to work out every single day. Others claim just 30 minutes is enough. Some insist it's all about cardio, while others swear by lifting weights. The truth is, the answer isn't a single number. It depends on your goal, your starting point, your lifestyle, and most importantly, your nutrition. But today, we're going to break it down clearly and realistically so you understand exactly how much exercise you actually need to lose weight, and what really matters most. First, let's understand the foundation of weight loss. Weight loss happens when you're in a calorie deficit. That means you burn more calories than you consume. Exercise helps increase the number of calories you burn, but it's only one part of the equation. Many people overestimate how many calories they burn during a workout and underestimate how many they eat in a day. For example, a 30-minute moderate jog might burn 200 to 300 calories depending on your size and intensity. That's roughly the same as a small fast food burger or a sugary coffee drink. This is why relying on exercise alone without managing your food intake often leads to frustration. Now let's talk about general recommendations. Health organizations commonly suggest at least 150 minutes of moderate intensity exercise per week for overall health. That's about 30 minutes, 5 days a week. If your goal is weight loss, research often suggests increasing that to around 200 to 300 minutes per week. That's roughly 40 to 60 minutes most days. But here's what's important, that doesn't mean you must jump straight into an hour-long intense workout every day. If you're currently inactive, even 15 to 20 minutes per day can start moving you in the right direction. There are different types of exercise, and they don't all affect your body the same way. Cardio, like walking, jogging, cycling, or swimming, burns calories during the activity. Strength training, like lifting weights or bodyweight exercises, builds muscle. Muscle is metabolically active tissue, meaning it burns calories even when you're resting. So while cardio helps you burn more calories in the moment, strength training helps increase your long-term calorie-burning capacity. This is why combining both is often the most effective approach. Let's start with cardio. If your main goal is to burn calories efficiently, cardio is straightforward. Brisk walking is one of the most underrated forms of exercise for fat loss. It's low impact, accessible, and sustainable. Walking for 45 to 60 minutes daily can significantly increase your total daily calorie burn without overstressing your body. For beginners, this might be enough to create a calorie deficit when combined with mindful eating. You don't need to sprint or exhaust yourself. Consistency matters more than intensity. Higher intensity cardio, like running or interval training, burns more calories in less time. High-intensity interval training, or HIIT, alternates short bursts of intense effort with brief recovery periods. A 20 to 30-minute HIIT session can burn a significant number of calories and may elevate your metabolism temporarily after the workout. However, HIIT is demanding. Doing it every day can increase injury risk, elevate stress hormones, and lead to burnout. For most people, 2 to 3 HIIT sessions per week are plenty. Now let's talk about strength training. If you only focus on cardio and neglect resistance training, you might lose weight, but some of that weight could be muscle. Losing muscle slows down your metabolism over time. Strength training helps preserve and build lean muscle mass while you're in a calorie deficit. That means you're more likely to lose fat instead of muscle. Ideally, aim for at least 2 to 4 strength training sessions per week. These sessions don't need to be complicated. Compound movements like squats, push-ups, lunges, rows, and presses can be extremely effective. Here's where things get practical. If you're a beginner trying to lose weight, a balanced weekly routine could look like this: 3 days of strength training and 3 days of moderate cardio, like brisk walking or cycling. That gives you around 180 to 240 minutes of activity per week. Combined with a moderate calorie deficit from your diet, that's more than enough for steady, sustainable fat loss. You don't need to train twice a day. You don't need extreme workouts. You need consistency. But what if you're not losing weight even though you're exercising? This is where many people get confused. Exercise can increase your appetite. You might unconsciously eat more because you feel like you've earned it. Also, some people move less during the rest of the day after a hard workout. This is called a decrease in non-exercise activity thermogenesis, or NEAT. NEAT includes all the calories you burn from daily movements like walking around the house, cleaning, fidgeting, or taking the stairs. Sometimes when you exercise intensely, your body compensates by reducing these spontaneous movements. That can reduce the overall calorie deficit you thought you were creating. That's why tracking your steps can be powerful. Aiming for 8,000 to 12,000 steps per day is a practical way to increase your total daily calorie burn without adding stressful workouts. For many people, simply increasing daily movement combined with 2 to 3 strength sessions per week is enough to see results. Another important factor is sustainability. The best exercise routine for weight loss is the one you can stick to for months, not just weeks. If you hate running, forcing yourself to run every day will likely lead to quitting. If you enjoy dancing, swimming, hiking, or playing a sport, those activities absolutely count. Weight loss doesn't require a gym membership. It requires consistent energy expenditure and a manageable calorie deficit. Let's address the myth that you need to exercise every day to lose weight. You don't. Rest days are important. Your body needs time to recover, especially from strength training. Overtraining can lead to fatigue, increased hunger, sleep disruption, and higher stress levels, all of which can make weight loss harder. 4 to 6 days of activity per week is more than enough for most people. Now let's talk about expectations. A realistic rate of fat loss is about 0.5 to 1% of your body weight per week. For someone who weighs 80 kilograms, that's roughly 0.4 to 0.8 kilograms per week. To achieve this, you generally need a daily calorie deficit of about 300 to 500 calories. Exercise can contribute to that deficit, but trying to burn 500 calories every single day through exercise alone is difficult and exhausting. It's far easier to combine a moderate calorie reduction from food with a reasonable amount of activity. Sleep and stress also play a role. If you're exercising a lot but sleeping only 5 hours a night, your hunger hormones can increase and your recovery will suffer. Chronic stress can elevate cortisol, which may increase cravings and make adherence harder. So while we focus on exercise quantity, we must remember that recovery supports fat loss too. As you become more advanced, your body adapts. The same workout that once burned 300 calories might burn less as you become more efficient. This doesn't mean exercise stopped working, it just means your body is improving. At that point, you can increase intensity slightly, add more resistance, or increase duration gradually. But avoid drastic jumps. Small, progressive changes are more sustainable. For people with very busy schedules, even short workouts can be effective. 3 10-minute brisk walks spread throughout the day can provide similar benefits to one 30-minute session. Bodyweight circuits at home can be done in 20 minutes. The total weekly volume matters more than doing everything in one session. Let's summarize this clearly. For weight loss, aim for 150 to 300 minutes of moderate activity per week. Include strength training at least 2 to 4 times weekly. Keep your daily step count high. Pair this with a moderate calorie deficit from nutrition. That's it. No extremes, no punishment workouts, no daily exhaustion required. The biggest mistake people make is thinking exercise alone will fix everything. The second biggest mistake is doing too much, too fast, and burning out. Weight loss is not about suffering through endless cardio sessions. It's about building a lifestyle where movement is normal, strength is prioritized, and nutrition supports your goals. In reality, you don't need to live in the gym to lose weight. You need enough movement to create a calorie gap, enough strength training to protect your muscle, and enough discipline with food to stay in a deficit. When you combine these consistently over weeks and months, the results come. So how much exercise do you really need to lose weight? Enough to support a calorie deficit, maintain muscle, and stay consistent without burning out. For most people, that means around 30 to 60 minutes of purposeful activity most days, plus staying generally active throughout the day. Not extreme, not complicated, just consistent. And remember, the goal isn't just to lose weight. The goal is to build habits you can maintain for life. When exercise becomes something you do because it makes you stronger, healthier, and more energized, not just because you want to burn calories, That's when real, lasting change happens. And at the end of the day, remember this: weight loss isn't about destroying yourself in the gym. It's about creating a small, consistent calorie deficit while building strength and staying active enough to support your health. You don't need 2-hour workouts. You don't need to train every single day. You just need a routine you can stick to. Focus on moving your body regularly, lifting weights a few times per week, keeping your daily steps high, and managing your nutrition. Do that consistently for months, not days, and the results will come. If this video helped clear things up for you, make sure to like the video and subscribe for more practical, no-nonsense fitness advice, and comment below, how many days a week are you currently working out? I'll see you in the next one. Stay consistent.